Okay, today we're at the box office here, and Shang-Chi is about to become the highest grossing domestically movie. The fandom are not gonna be happy about that, of course, because they expected Shang-Chi to be this big massive flop of the year or make 120 million, make 100 million barely tops like Jungle Cruise. But yep, this is the very, very horrible weekend of the box office. That's why I put off talking about it the whole weekend, because there's nothing to talk about. And you know what the funny thing is? The Eyes of Tammy Faye is a flop. Not surprised at all. Nobody wants to see that garbage. Nobody wants to see the Eyes of Tammy Faye, okay? The Even Henson's gonna probably flop as well, okay? This is what I mean. This is number one movie of the week is Shang-Chi and the Resident of Ten Rings. Unfortunately, this movie is not doing well internationally. We gotta see if the box office also has numbers. But first, because Box Office Mojo, of course, has their numbers as well. And yep, the Box Office Mojo has the numbers updated, so it means Sing C is gonna make money at the end. Which is something that the fandom fans don't want to hear. Of course, Odin's gonna say, oh, it's still a flop, but the Box Office Mojo has 100 for 320 million, because again, the numbers never sometimes doesn't update the international box office, but of course, Box Office Mojo does. Next is Free Guy, which this movie is a massive financial success, is doing extremely well at the box office. And this movie is about to come out in digital and Blu-ray, and it's keeping this movie obviously in theaters longer because of the horrible performance of other movies. This movie is doing pretty well along with Shang-Chi. So, yep, Cry Macho, another flop by Clint Eastwood. Yep. Clint Eastwood, makes movies still. Yep, he is like 90 years old and he still makes movies, essentially. And this movie apparently is a big, big flop. So, Cry Macho, flop, box office. Candyman, this movie's still doing okay. Made 66 million at the box office, essentially, here. And made 53 million worldwide. And yep, there we go about Candyman. Yeah, this movie has made money at the end, so Maleficent, which is a massive box office disaster, has only made 24 million. They didn't make like 60 million. It has like a $60 million budget, and it has like a $40 million budget, and no one wants to see this. Okay, this is a box office failure again. Hollywood has become too cocky with horror movies, because over the past couple of years, horror movies that had gigantic grosses were small budgets. So, Maleficent is another flop in Warner Brothers' hands, which they have a pool of, like Space Jam: A New Legacy and The Suicide Squad as well. Again, that flop that's disputed because of HBO Max, same thing with Space Jam: A New Legacy, but going off of current numbers, it is a flop. So, next is Cop Shop, another movie that nobody wants to see. Again, there was no hype around this movie basically until it came out. So, no surprise no one's watching this movie, essentially. So, yep. Jungle Cruise, they have not updated this international tally for a while, but this movie will pass 200 million worldwide without an updated international sales. So, and of course, Paw Patrol the movie, being the only animated movie, is having okayest legs. So, yep, there we go about this box office. Not very long, only 3 minutes, because there's nothing to talk about. Don't Breathe 2, we can talk about Don't Breathe 2 made 45 million. Is that 45 million now? And again, the Boss Baby international sales is now up to 109 million worldwide. But movies like The Eyes of Tammy Faye, no one's watching this. Nobody's watching this, okay? Nobody cares about The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Okay? Next weekend's gonna be another abysmal weekend. It's not because of the pandemic. It's because there's no movies next weekend. Dear Evan Hansen is not gonna break the box office. Okay? It's not gonna make $80 million at the box office. It's gonna make like $5 million at the most. Most because it's not a franchise film. There is no real hype around it, like Cry Macho. Nobody really has heard of it until it came out. Oh, Clint Eastwood's making it. Nobody has heard of it. Basically, same thing of all the rest of the new releases. Blue Bio's even doing worse than the rest. It's mostly like indie movies and movies that, are completely bombing at the box office. So, yep. There we go. Next weekend, expected to be even worse. So there was really nothing to talk about. But the weekend afterwards, Venom is coming out, and Adam's Family too. So it'll be a breath of fresh air for the box office. Goodbye.